Now then, and welcome back to some more MTG Arena. Corset 2020, opening with Dean.
Hello.
So, we've got 73 left to go.
Yeah, I'm hoping we're going to speed up because we started seeing quite a bit of stuff that's coming out.
I think so are the viewers.
Yeah.
They're going to be hoping we get to speed up soon. But it's interesting new stuff that we're getting here. Let's see what we're going to get in our first pack of this episode.
2 uncommons we've seen.
That's quick. That's easy. And a Wake Root Elemental, which we saw in the last segment, last episode.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very, very good for green decks. Just constantly making land into 5/5 elemental creatures. Very good.
That's right.
And a Scuttlemutt and a random uncommon. Very good. And Leyline of Anticipation.
This is a different ley line.
You've had almost all of the ley lines now. You've got 2 more to go. You play at the start of the game, and spells have flash.
That's quite nice, actually.
Very nice, yeah, very good. I like the artwork for the ley lines. I think the ley lines artwork is really good.
Yeah, I think that's going to see a lot of play in those blue-white control decks. So that their board sweepers have flash.
It's flashing out a Day of Judgment effect. That was crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, we've got some standard bits and pieces there.
We've
And
seen
another,
the uncommons.
yeah, another rare. Another Triceratops or Ceratops, shifting Ceratops. Very good protection from blue and can't be countered. Very good against blue decks. Going to be a sideboard against all blue decks in every green deck now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it'll be in most decks, to be honest with you, because of the being able. I keep forgetting I can't do that. I keep the reach, trample, and haste thing.
It's pretty good on its own, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that'll be in a lot. That'll see a lot of play. That will in dinosaur decks. 2 more uncommons that we've seen, so we don't need to worry about them.
And Flood of Tears. Return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands. If you return 4 or more non-token permanents you control this way, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. So turn 6, you would return all non-land permanents to both players, and then if you return 4 non-token permanents of your own, you could then put 1 back, or something else that's big.
You can cheat one of the huge ones with the big silly casting costs in.
Or something that you couldn't cast because you didn't quite have the right balance of mana by turn 6.
Yeah, that's quite pleasant actually. I mean, if you're using those pirates that do the counter spells and things, they're cheap enough to get out.
And throw a nickel bolus down after clearing the board.
And it's permanents, you see, so it doesn't even have to be creatures. It could be enchantments, it could be planeswalkers.
Yep.
You could actually get your tokens back on your planeswalker you've been exhausting.
Yep, not bad, not bad.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
Not bad. We've got a Gravedigger and a Fry. I quite like the Fry card.
The artwork on this is amazing.
Can't be countered. For 2 mana, can't be countered. Deals 5 damage to a target creature, but it has to be white or blue. That's the only problem with it. Still, 5 damage is very, very targeted, isn't it? And good old Gravedigger with its new artwork.
Yep.
Let's see what the rare is. It's a mythic.
That's pretty good.
Any choice of mythic you want. Go for it. The big old golem and the Season's Growth. Yeah, you've seen those. And another one of the Wake Root Elementals. Nearly a playset of those as well now.
Yeah.
That's very good.
I think
We like that card.
we've pretty much seen almost nearly all of the uncommons, haven't we? Saddle and Altar, we've seen them.
Saddle and Altar. What's the Heart Piercer Bow? Oh, another Lotus Sphere. Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
amazing. Oh, that's part of the combo.
Equipped creature attacks. Heart Piercer Bow deals 1 damage to target creature defender player controls. Would be alright if Heart Piercer Bow had Death Touch. It doesn't say the creature has Death Touch. It says Heart Piercer Bow deals 1 damage to target creature. Therefore, it can't equate the Death Touch of the creature to it, can it?
No, I don't think so, which is a shame.
It's a shame you can't just ping a creature. But
There is a wand I've seen that does that. It gives creatures the tap ability.
Yeah, yeah. And then the Blade Brand on the other side, target creature gains Death Touch and draw a card, then ping something with it and it kills it. It's nice.
Quite nice.
But having a Lotus Field again, hopefully that works turn 1. That'd be nice to see.
Yeah, if it does,
drop
that'll
a
see a
land.
lot of play.
That'll do great.
Yeah. I can't see why it wouldn't, because there's no penalty clause. But it might be a prerequisite drop in it, I don't know.
You've got the Disfigure and a random couple of cards. And another Planar Cleansing. Speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Destroy all things.
Pretty standard. Did you see Shock's still in?
Good to know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now we've found some we haven't seen. I don't think we've seen this fella, have we?
Iron Root Warlord. Power is equal to the number of creatures you control in a green white. And for mana you create a white soldier token. Nice enough.
That'll be going with that Trostani Discordant.
Yeah, it's a
Very well.
0/5
Yeah.
for 3 mana, so it's a good blocker even if...
Yeah.
And you can gain some power.
Yeah.
Well, it'd have at least power 1, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So it'd be a 1/5, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's nice. We've got this one as well, which is another different one. A Brineborn Cutthroat. Flash. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Brineborn Cutthroat. I like that.
Not bad, yeah. Especially if you've got the card that gives the leyline that gives flash to everything. You can cast creatures in their turn and get a load of +1/+1 counters on it.
That is rather silly, actually.
God.
Yeah. What's under here then?
Oh, just any rare you want, mate.
Yeah,
any rare you want.
Any leyline I want. Yeah.
Any leyline.
They're so getting a full. I'm so getting a full set of each of them.
And there's another any leyline you want.
Have we seen this one? I think we have, haven't we?
Yeah, it's nice enough. Nice little thing.
Old favourite.
Okay. And another Triceratops.
I
Yeah,
think
why
we're
not?
getting on for a play set of them as well.
You got a good green deck developing.
Yeah.
Green dinos.
Yeah. I've got good green dinos now, so it's going to get even better now. We got hey up.
Spitfire. Whenever an opponent is dealt non-combat damage, Chandel Spitfire gets +3 until the end of turn.
So when you hit him with the lightning bolt, it gets +3.
Yep.
That's pleasant. That's going to see so much play.
And the little pup. I like the little pup. I'm going to have the little pup on the wolf deck.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
I like the way that it's a 0/1 for 3, and you're like, what? Why would you? And then it goes, but you get a 2/2 behind it. You get 2 for 1.
Yeah, and with the wolf ramping on that new wolf legendary.
And all the wolves getting +1/+1 and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty good little pup.
Yeah, it'll be quite handy that. It's another one of those like Lazartech Reavers that gives you 2 for 1.
Yep, I like it.
Oh.
An Elvish Reclaimer. Looks pretty cool. I like the artwork. Elf Warrior, 1/2 for 1. There's a lot of those at the minute, and they're in mono colours.
Yeah.
Rare 1 mana, 1/2s. Gets +2/+2 as long as there are 3 or more land cards in your graveyard. Not so easy to get unless you use his other abilities.
Yeah.
Sacrifice a land, search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped.
The nice thing I like about that is normally they say basic land, and that doesn't. So it means you can shuffle your hand around to get the right colours.
Yeah.
And get him a +2/+2 for the privilege, just as a side effect.
Yes, and more yeses. That's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, I like that.
You could look for that Lotus Field.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could sack any land and put a Lotus Field out to sack 2 more lands. And then he's already got +2/+2.
Yeah.
As soon as you've done that little combo, and you've still got 3 mana in 1 land.
Yeah, it's great.
It's very good, yeah. A ping. Another Bloodthirsty Aerialist for your Vampire deck. Another Diamond Knight for your Vampire deck.
For
For a Vampire deck as well.
probably.
The Knight's deck. It's a Knight though, that's good. Bishop of Wings, Human Cleric. Whenever an angel enters the battlefield under your control, gain 4 life.
That's nice.
Yep, and a 1/4 for 2 is pretty good.
And whenever an angel dies, create a 1/1 spirit token creature with flying. That's pleasant. And the casting cost is cheap for a 1/4.
In an angel deck. Early game angel deck stuff, then late game you start gaining life and making creature spells.
There is whispers of a angel tribal.
Yeah, this will definitely be a good start for it.
Yeah. I've seen all sorts of cards on the spoilers that look like they'll be really good for that. So we've got the Scampering Scorcher again, which we've seen, and another Thought Distortion, which is good because that's likely to be my favourite card soon.
That Vampire deck's just going to own control decks.
Yeah. Ah, look.
The rare land, Temple of Mystery. Enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters, you scry. And it can add 2 types of mana.
That's quite pleasant, that, I have to say.
It's alright, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not good for speed, but...
That's okay.
I think have we seen? No, I don't know.
Ether Gust, yeah, I think we've seen it. Yeah, puts the target to the top of the library.
Oh!
And a big mythic.
That's nice.
It's got some sound effects on him.
Yeah.
I bet he's got some picture action going on and an animated picture when he lands on the battlefield as well.
Yeah, I bet he has.
Yarok the Desiccated. Death Touch Lifelink, 3/5 for 5. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time.
That is quite pleasant.
Not bad at all. Yeah, 5/5. No, a 3/5 for 5 with Death Touch and Lifelink makes the 5/5 up. And then the double in the triggered abilities of any creatures that drop on, like destroy creature opponent controls twice, and so on.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad at all.
A little fencing ace, a little dragon, and another new land.
Another land.
Another
Nice.
tapped scry land.
Yeah.
Okay, is
That's
that the
gonna cost
theme,
me-
is it?
Yeah, it's going to cost me some rares.
A tapped scry land.
In all them, innit?
Be alright if you needed a scry land.
I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I think they're going to be the only sort of dual lands available when in standard. Because I think it doesn't. Oh no, because the shock lands are staying. It's the
Shock lands are Guilds of Ravnica, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let's go. Another mythic into your collection as well. Corpse Knight. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life.
Yeah, that's pleasant.
Zombie Knights.
Yeah, I think I'll put that in the vampire deck as well. Just
Just because this is going to do some damage.
the gods willing, target creature you control gains protection from a colour of your choice until the end of the turn. Scry 1.
1 mana, scry 1, indestructible.
Yeah.
Virtually.
Yeah.
Not bad, I like it. And Chandra's Regulator, a legendary artifact for 2 mana. Whenever you activate a loyalty ability of a Chandra Planeswalker, you may pay 1. If you do, copy that ability, choose new target for the copy. Nice. And for 1 mana, discard a mountain card or a red card and draw a card. So when you're fed up of having too much land in your hand, you can discard 1 and draw another card. That's alright.
Yeah. This is the in paper. This is the promo that you get with the bundles. You know, the new bundles that they're doing. The only place you can get that is by buying a bundle.
Oh, okay. So you got it on Arena without buying the bundle?
No. Because they don't have bundles for Arena. So.
Well, kind of, but not the same thing. Another fencing ace and another any uncommon you want.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And another regulator.
Wow, what's the chances of getting 2 rares in a row exactly the same?
We've done that 3 times this opening so far.
Yep.
In the other videos.
They should shuffle their packs more, shouldn't they?
They really should, yeah.
Yeah, we've seen those. A 1/1 Death Touch Lifelink for 1
pleasant.
as a vampire deck. That would be pretty useful as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that is pleasant.
Mm-hmm. And the Temple of Silence.
Another land, that's nice.
Another Scryland.
Oh, there's our old favourite again, look. He's been around since Alpha.
Yep. And the captivating thing, we've done that as well. 3 target creatures.
Has there ever been a Corsair Air Elemental hasn't been in?
Oh, that's your 3rd now. I still want that deck. That's
Yes,
my deck.
that's going to be pleasant.
Tezzeret Overseer.
Yeah.
And another Gust. Nothing special.
Oh, that's a different one.
A legendary artifact creature. Okay, so 5 mana for a 3/5. Not too bad. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a land card, put that onto the battlefield tapped and shuffle your library. To make up that there's 5 colour ability here, so you end up getting the land you need to make the 5 colour ability. For then 7 mana, exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play them this turn without paying their mana costs.
That's pretty ridiculous.
That's not amazingly great, ridiculous, but
Depends on the 3 cards, but yeah.
It's hard work, especially if a lot of your cards are ramping you up to get to that.
Yeah.
Then you end up exiling for all that ramp to be able to get 3 more ramps.
Artifact, look.
Yeah, legendary artifact, yeah. But all the colours of mana.
Yeah, that's weird. Although there are those artifacts in War of the Spark that allows you to produce mana of any 3 different colours.
Yes, yeah.
So if you put the Fire Mine Vessels in, then I think that mana cost would become a lot easier to cast.
And there's the lanterns that turn all your land into any colour.
Yeah.
So you can tap each land for a different colour.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
There's plenty of ways around it. It just seems like a bit of a faff to get there.
And you'd want something pretty awesome to come out as well, wouldn't you, really?
Yes.
For that kind of mana. It would be really bad to pull 3 lands.
You spend 7 mana, and then you may play 4 mana's worth of spells.
Yeah, it's not really
off the top.
Ideal, is it?
I suppose it's still 3 draws that you wouldn't have had.
It's
as
true.
well. You get 3 extra draws, 3 extra spells if you're drawing 1 a turn. That could be then 4 cards per turn you're playing.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Okay.
It's okay, but
the more you look at it, the more you can think you can build a deck around it.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll see Commander play because, of course, he'd be 5 colour.
Yeah. 5 colour Commander, good. New Planeswalker, the Sky Dancer. So +2, which you'd need to do almost immediately because you can't do anything else. Until your next turn, up to 1 target creature gets -2, -0, and loses flying. Okay.
Not bad.
And then you can create a 4/4 elemental bird creature token with flying. And for -8, islands you control have draw a card.
Which is hugely powerful.
Yes. Very, very hugely powerful. But that's like 3 or 4 turns after you've played her on turn 3.
Yeah.
Still, that's still pretty pokey if you can keep her alive.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a big target on your head, that's for sure, isn't it?
You'd think, wouldn't you? And but she does have that removing flying, which is making her a bit more invulnerable as long as you've got creatures out.
Yes, it removes flying so they can't fly over and attack her for 4.
Yeah.
There is that. Yeah. Okay.
So,
not too bad.
I think she's actually a new one as well. I don't think she's ever been in, has she?
No, I've never seen her before, so she's brand new.
Yeah. She's got her own deck already as well.
2 uncommons that we know of.
Yeah.
And we get another Skyland.
Yeah,
okay.
I must admit I'm pleased to see them. I don't really want to spend my rares on the new lands.
It's the worst, isn't it? Spending rares on lands. It should just be facilitating mana.
And it's a mistake not to. I found that out last time and had to buy some more to get that. So I don't think we've seen this fellow. Yarok's Fenlurker. He enters the battlefield. Each opponent exiles a card from their hand, so he's going to be in the mill index. And then it's 3 mana, and he gets +1/+1 till the end of the turn.
Which is pretty good for the decks that don't have anything else to do each turn, other than give him a plus bonus.
Yeah, I quite like that.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
And your playset of Steel Overseers.
Yeah, that's where we need to be.
Oh, man.
I've sent a silly artifact deck coming.
Shahali's Artifacts of Doom deck.
So we've seen the uncommons. They seem to be really common uncommons.
So they're common uncommons, yeah.
Oh, another Cavalier.
An Elemental Knight.
Yeah.
This is the new one now. So we haven't seen this one before. 5 mana, blue for a 5/5 flyer, which is great on its own.
Yeah.
Cavalier enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. Put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. When he dies, shuffle it into its owner's library, then scry 2.
So he's almost a god.
He's godlike with his shuffle him into the library. Yeah. When he dies, though. So you can still exile him, which means he won't reappear. Unlike the gods who reappear from exile as well.
You can have 4 of him in the deck because you could have 4 out at once.
Yes, 4 Elemental Knights because they're not legendary.
No.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Excellent.
Yeah, I quite like that. Oh, there goes the vault, look.
He has opened his vault. Or got the vault, at least.
We'll open that in a minute.
And Sky Knight Vanguard and Devout Decree. Exile target creature. Yep, we've seen
another
those.
Sideboard one that we saw earlier. Oh, another ley line, look.
Another green ley line. Very nice.
I'm just going to take a couple of second break just to open this.
Bing, 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 bing. You just gained them all, and there they are.
Yep.
That's it. Collected.
I want to see how many we get from the tactic. That was all.
So you're now going to keep opening the vault every time you unlock it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got the Vampire of the Dire Moon, which we saw earlier, and I still think is powerful.
Yeah.
And a Colossus Hammer.
That looks Colossus, doesn't it?
Oh my word!
That dwarf. Equipped creature gets +10/+10 and loses flying. Oh, the downside. Oh, I don't want it. I can't put it onto my Sparrowhawk.
On one of those non-block creatures, like those mist thingies. That's silly.
I want to put it on my servo.
Yes, can you cheat it? Can you cheat equip things? Is there a way to cheat equip things? Because that equip cost is expensive.
I don't think so. Unless all your creatures gain your mana and stuff like that, but I don't think so. But turn 8, equipped creature walks over.
Insane, yeah.
Bang! And the scry under that colours.
You know that thing we were looking at, that the toughness, you can get things out of the graveyard lower than your toughness. Turn 8, that's anything you feel like out your graveyard ever.
Yep. It's not bad. Whether it sees a lot of play in standard, we'll find out.
I think it might be a bit slow for standard, but we'll see.
Be good for a control deck.
Seen him, know what that is.
And the Minotaur Pirate we've seen as well. He's pretty good. He's nice. You would have him in a deck.
He's definitely got his uses.
It's only 3 mana as well. Pretty good.
I think we've seen the Wave Crasher, haven't we?
Yep. Return another creature to his own hand, and the Gravedigger. Return it from the graveyard. And another Wake Root. You've got a very pokey, looking green deck just from this core set cards.
Yeah.
I think my favourite so far would be green, black, red in a draft to get things going. You've got another Ferocious Pup. Yep. Always good. And the Astral Blade.
Got the Blade and our old friend. Oh. I saw this on the spoiler, and I think that enchantment decks are becoming much, much more viable than they used to be. Your enchantment cards are one less, and I must remember I can't point to them with the pointer. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Starfield Mystic. Now, I'm not sure, but I think I've seen a card that also puts them back in your hand somewhere.
From the graveyard?
Yes.
Okay.
So that you could have a good cycle through with that, and I think that's quite pleasant.
I don't know how often enchantments get put into graveyards, though.
That blue card that was returning... Oh, no. It
returns it to your hand.
You don't get them to the graveyard.
People have to blow up your enchantments
for
him to get stronger.
Yeah.
And they only need to blow him up first before they blow up the enchantments.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's...
For 2 mana, 2/2, it's okay, and then your enchantment spells cost less to cast. That's useful. 2 mana, 2/2, and then he's got an extra thing that if they blow up some kind of enchantment you put on the opponent's creature, if they blow it up, he becomes a 3/3.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. For a 2/2, what do you expect?
Yeah, I think it's got its uses. I don't think it's quite as pokey as it first looks, but... hey up. Now, I did see him played against me last night.
Overgrowth Elemental. 3 mana for a 3/2. Very good. Enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on another target elemental you control. Whenever another creature you control dies, gain 1 life. If that creature was an elemental, put a 1/1 counter on the elemental himself.
I'm not too sure, but when Nissa changes land, doesn't she also make them an elemental land?
Maybe. A 3/3 elemental creature that is also a land.
Does, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
And this is one we've not seen as well.
Veil of Summer. I recognise it from the past, I believe it's been a reprint. Draw a card if an opponent casts a blue or black spell this turn. Spells you control can't be countered this turn. You and permanents you control gain a hexproof from blue and black until the end of turn. A very good sideboard card.
Yeah.
Yes. And any mythic you want.
That's always a bonus. I think they've actually improved the artwork on those swap cards.
Maybe they have.
I think they made that. They seem to have made them a bit shiny, I think. Oh, now there's one we've not seen as well.
Vengeful War Chief, another orc. So orcs are coming in. Orcs and wolves are going to be coming in. Whenever you lose life for the first time each turn, put a 1/1 counter on him.
That's quite nice.
And there's plenty of black cards that allow you to lose life when creatures enter the battlefield and draw cards, or when you surveil, you lose life, and those kind of things.
There's also that knight that whenever a creature dies, it does you 1 damage and you draw a card.
Yep, and then the card on the opposite side, if that creature dies, you gain the 1 life back and draw another card.
Yeah,
draw
that's
2 cards.
Amazing combo,
and he gets a counter on.
Yeah.
And another Scryland. Very good.
No, not much more you can say about those, is there really?
The favourite old air elemental.
Mm-hmm.
And any rare you choose.
Nice.
We've almost been through all the uncommons now, it seems.
I think
Loyal
so.
Pegasus, yeah, and Ether Dust, or Gust, yeah. And the repeated reverberation.
Can't say I'm crying about seeing that again, actually.
Uh-huh.
I think that'll be really useful.
Another any rare you want.
Did we see this yet?
Put target creature with power 4 or greater on the bottom of its owner's library.
Look at the
Oh, that's
artwork.
pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Lifting a mountain out because he's chained to it.
It's
Always
like
chained to the mountain.
Atlas.
Always chained to the mountain.
Yeah.
Can't move.
Ooh.
And more of flames. A big fat dragon for 7. 7/7 for 7 now. Flying dragon. Very nice. Whenever he attacks, deals 4 damage to any target, including the face of the player he's attacking. And 3 damage to each of up to 2 other targets.
That is really silly.
That's ridiculous.
Until it goes out standard, the Thranorb, you put that in with the Thranorb on turn 4 and attack with it on turn 5, that's going to be really pokey.
Mental.
Yeah.
I want to put a Helm of the Host on it.
Yeah, in fact, actually you can get it in on turn 4. Yeah, you can get it in on turn 4 with Ramping, I think, with the Thranorb. Maybe even turn 3.
Well, that land that does you 3 mana. That's good.
Yeah, now that. Yeah, I still don't know whether that works like that. We need to have a see if that. Like,
Check it.
There we go.
That's good. Yeah. 4
Yeah.
4 for 4. It's
I think
Flashy
we
Wolf.
saw this one earlier, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah, and yeah,
The Patch Marcher.
yeah.
Oh, looking good now.
We're rocketing through them now.
Might be doing blocks of 10 soon.
Yeah.
Sky Knight Vanguard and the Bark-Eyed Troll, yeah.
Anyone who stands
Another
in my
Chandra.
way
And
is
amazing
gonna
Chandra.
Enough said.
Job done. Little Dragon Mage.
There's the wand I was telling
There's
you
the
about.
little wand. Okay, so for 3 mana and tap it, deals 1 damage to any target. The wand deals damage to any target. When it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to any target.
They seem to have closed that loophole up from where the other wand.
Yeah, the other one is this creature deals damage to any
Yeah.
target because it's an equipment, whereas this is an artifact that does it by itself. You don't need to equip it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Oh, lovely, a bag of holding.
oh dear.
Every D&Ders must have
Yeah.
accessorize. Whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. Okay, so whenever a discard deck causes you to discard a card, exile it from your graveyard. 2 mana, draw a card, then discard a card. So you discard a card into the exile, and you're cycling through your deck for 2 mana on a tap. And then 4 mana, sacrifice Bag of Holding, return all exiled cards with Bag of Holding to their owner's hand. Oh, it's only exile all... Oh, no, all discarded cards are exiled. So you just get all of your exiled cards back.
Yeah, that's quite
So
nice.
1 mana starter artifact
Yeah.
that beats discard decks and also cycles through. If you're not up against a discard deck, you can discard your own stuff and cycle through.
Yeah, and there's a lot of tactics around getting rid of gods by forcing you to discard them. This effectively eliminates the old discard god trick.
Yes, because you exile them anyway into your hand and you get them again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's pretty good.
Well, when they're discarded before they cast, they don't get the god ability.
I might actually play that in my artifact deck, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to see some play.
Another fencing ace and a couple of random cards and
Oh,
Dungeon Geist.
yeah.
4 mana for a 3/3 flyer. Not too great, but okay. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap because it's asleep. Doing its controls untaps up as long as you control.
Also,
For
it's
as
a
long.
perma
It's a permanent tap. Oh, very nice.
Reminds
So
me of the old Mercine.
4 mana normally set the whole board asleep, and you could swing in for 1 turn. or tapped something down for 2 turns. This comes in as a 3/3 flyer and taps a creature down forever.
Yeah.
Until it dies.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Shall we finish off this episode with some bulk unopenings?
Do you want to do a 10, do you?
Should we do a 10? Go on.
Okay, let's open a 10.
Let's go. Oh, look at all these things you've unlocked over here. So, the obvious one is the Vivian right in the centre there.
Yeah.
Arcbow Ranger. Now she's been combined with that artifact she got in the last storyline. +1. Distribute 2 1/1 counters up to 2 target creatures. They gain trample until the end of turn.
Useful.
Target creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. Useful.
It says Planeswalker on the back. That's good. That's really
creature
good.
or planeswalker. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you may choose a creature card you own from outside of the game, reveal it, and put it into your hand.
So you can now sideboard in creatures.
So you can now ramp, and just ramp in your deck, with Vivian Arcbow Rangers and the Arcbow artifact, and pull creatures out of your sideboard into the game when you've ramped up enough to play them.
Handy, yeah.
So you don't hit a creature you can't cast.
No.
You just ramp through your deck and then pull them in from the sideboard.
It's also good
Crazy.
for those ones that aren't really much use except against certain coloured decks.
That as well, yes. Yeah, bringing in certain creatures with protection colours. Very good.
I like it a lot. We've seen the Hydra. I think that was the first one we opened, wasn't it?
Not sure about that one.
Oh no, this is a different one.
Another Hydra. Enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it. When it enters the battlefield, choose one, double the number of 1/1 counters on it. Or it fights a target creature you don't control.
I think I nearly always want to double the 1/1 counters.
Well, it depends on whether you've got a creature that needs getting rid of or they're going to kill you.
It's true, yeah.
You've got a couple of land, you've got the Field of Dead, you've got the Temple of Scry, and
We've seen him.
the Thunder Awakener.
We've seen them. Norland. Have we seen yeah, I think we've seen a Hanged Executioner as well, haven't we?
Yeah, he was okay.
Yeah.
He exiles creatures. And the replication is pretty good as well. I like that.
Pretty good.
Okay.
But that is definitely a gem, isn't it?
Of course. So, that's all we've got time for this episode. We've got 25 packs left. And then we'll be discussing some deck ideas with what you've got. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, tune in next time, folks. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. There is another episode coming very soon. Stay tuned.
Cheerio.